also, I just have bug bites galore on my face. See that one? There.
Well,
Or
on
over
that
here.
note,
Let's get
Let's
started.
get it started.
welcome to Ink Stained.
Welcome.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ink stained crew.
The end. That's the end.
That's it.
Yay. How did you do that?
Episode 1, man.
Number uno.
First one.
I guess
Is that weird?
should we give a synopsis of what we're signing up for here, or what people are signing up for?
Yeah.
Babbling garbage.
We've
Sometimes about
we've
books.
got Bailey is me. Natalie. Wave.
Natalie's over
Sagan.
here,
I,
man.
I did
Oh,
peace sign.
you're that
I
way.
think we're all different because Sagan, you're right here, Bailey's right there for me.
Well, since mine's being recorded, Natalie, Bailey. And Natalie, you point this way. Yeah, Bailey.
Bailey,
Natalie.
Hello.
Natalie.
Oh, point the other way,
Me.
Bailey.
Wait. That way.
It's too confusing.
Yeah, this is what you're signing up for.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically we are friends and family. We all love reading. We love books. We love book boyfriends.
We all love different types of books as well. Get a
very
big,
different types of books.
broad.
And so we decided that, hey, why not have the opportunity to chat together about these books and share the books that we love with other people. And we thought this was a great way to do that. So we created Ink Stain Podcast. Super exciting. You can expect reviews of books. You can expect juicy stories. Lots of random facts. We enjoy each other's company.
No end.
Yeah.
No end. But really, does anyone else want to explain the idea behind like the name Inkstain? Inkstain?
Oh,
or...
you got it.
You go,
okay.
girl.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
So we really were thinking of something that kind of represents what we love, and we think that ink stain really kind of reflects how we feel about books, that what we're reading, the ink on the pages, it really just becomes like stained or ingrained in our bodies and our souls, and we love it. And also, we are lovers of other forms of ink art. So yeah, Bailey's nice, wonderful tattoo there.
The only one with tattoos.
We're not supposed to give that away. I'm just kidding.
Oh. Well, our diehard fans in 15 years will be like, I was there from day one, I know.
Bailey was the only one. Yeah, and so the stories that get stained through ink on the pages are also stained in our hearts and our souls, and we feel it. So that's what we are here to discuss.
Beautiful.
We're gonna have a couple episodes of creating like small bookcases, filling that bookcase with mini copies of the books we've read as we review them and talk about them. So we are excited to have you here with us, and even more excited to chat with each other. Or I should say equally excited.
I did record making the book, so we can put it in this one. Or the bookshelf,
Perfect.
sorry, the bookshelf.
Perfect.
I have a very important question for everybody. What are we all drinking?
Bailey, go first.
I got my Coca-Cola Zero Spice again.
Tasty.
I not very good mug, but I just got my Lay's lemon loaf.
I had that recently. It is so good.
My favorite tea ever.
It tastes like you're drinking a lemon loaf.
I
That
know.
sounds
I
amazing.
love it. It is the
So
and it
good.
smells, oh my gosh, heavenly.
It
I'm
was
so
so
happy
good.
about it.
I'm friends with this guy at school that is from England, and we made tea time corner together. We sit by each other, and we have a little table with a bunch of tea. And
I love that.
somebody brought that lemon loaf, and he tried it, and he was like, "Oh my god, this tea is so good, it's so good." And I was like, "Wow, it sounds really good." He's like, "You've got to try it." And I just tried a sip, and I was like, "This is bliss.
It's heavenly.
It's
I
so
I
good."
genuinely, it's my favorite herbal tea. I anyone that I know that likes tea and I have it on me, I'm like, "Hey, you got to have this tea."
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I've turned a lot of my coworkers onto it.
I'm
Excellent.
very intrigued to try it.
Yeah.
Try it.
You should. It's the
What?
Tazao. I don't know how to Tazo. That's embarrassing that I can't say it, but also, just a quick side note because this is what I study and teach. Um, Try to get loose leaf tea. Otherwise, you're just going to be ingesting a ton of microplastic from these baggies. So,
Oh,
Great.
cheers
here's
to
that.
that.
Sagan. Sagan,
Yeah.
what are you reading? Drinking?
I have a cherry Pepsi, a tiny cherry
Alright,
Pepsi.
it's so
It's so
tiny.
tiny and cute.
I love it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Now that we've
Oh
Cheers.
all
wait. Cheers.
Cheers.
we're
I am
we're not
going.
cheering at the same time.
No, that was the struggle bus.
Yeah. Cool.
um I also think with the bookshelves we should say it was kind of Sagan that got us started the idea of building the bookshelves and doing a podcast at the same time because Sagan is really good and amazing at making little mini figures and
Oh,
whatnot. And so I
well, thank
think
you.
he was a big factor in getting us started.
I strong armed everybody into doing it. Like, we are making tiny books.
We're
yeah. Yeah. I think we should go into a little intro into each of us as well. And I think we should start Natalie Bailey me.
amazing.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I need to dispose of my tea bag.
Of your
No, you don't.
microplastics.
My microplastics. Yeah, I do. I don't make it
Gross.
drink it when it's in there. Sorry, just 1 second. All right.
I mean, we're
Let me
already
throw that
full of
away.
microplastics anyway. What's one tea
What's
bag?
one more? What's
It
one
is
more tea
true.
bag?
It is true. Um, okay. With that, I love to share really random science facts. I
So
am
true.
Natalie. um,
Naughty.
well,
that is where my brain goes when people bring up weird things. I automatically think of what I know and share it. Sometimes to my detriment. Um, but I am Natalie. I am currently going to school for a master's program in environmental education. I grew up in the mountains, well, the base of some mountains, and I love nature. It's always been a big part of my upbringing and myself. So I am now studying environmental education, and I plan on doing that for a while, teaching about the environment. Um, I love books. I've already said that. I love weird little creatures, nematodes, specifically nudibranchs. I love nudibranchs. They're super cute, colorful. Those are a marine, kind of like a sea slug. Um, yeah.
Are they
Trying to think what
colorful?
else. Yes, they're super
Okay.
colorful. Yeah.
I
Natalie
feel
sent
like
me
I
like
came across.
20 million posts one day of them all, and I was like, these are so cute.
They are. They're literally. I just posted yesterday or today. I don't know. You know that one. video of those two really pretty like cheerleaders on the side court of like a game or something, and they're like waving and flirting,
That's what that
and
was
then it's like
about.
zooms in to this guy who's like got a burly beard, and he's like, um, yes. So I love sharks. I love
Oh,
octopuses, octopi. Actually, octopuses is
It's
correct.
octopuses, yeah.
Um, uh, anyways, and then the nudibranch in the back. I'm obsessed with them. Fun facts for me will be shared. Um,
give us a fact.
I I
Give us
also
a fact
love
about noodle
crocheting.
brains. Oh,
Um, okay, well, here's one fact. Don't touch them because they have stinging cells.
Oh my,
So,
but they're so
yeah,
that's
cute.
a great
they
fact.
are so cute. But okay, here's the other thing about nature. If it's colorful
Don't
and
touch
bright
it.
and not trying to hide, do not touch it. It does not care. It says, touch me and find out. Like, you're gonna get screwed. Um, so there's a little fun fact. I love crocheting. I love plants. And I'm gonna pass it off to Bailey.
Hey, thanks. I don't
I
know
don't know
where
where
you
she
are
is.
compared to me. um, Hi, Bailey. Very much like Natalie. I think we all grew up in the base of the mountains, taken a little more closer than me and Nat, and
Only by
then
like a mile, maybe
a
two
mile.
miles.
I think
Um,
a mile and a half. About.
Yeah.
but yeah, I love reading. I love books. I love fantasy books. I love romance. I love smut. If it has tension, count me in. I am there. Uh, I've been getting into crocheting with the influence of Natalie. I love it. It's so fun. I also love puzzling. If I get a puzzle out, I have a really hard time just stopping and not finishing in one night. Um, and I am married. I have a puppy dog, Coco, and yes, I don't know what else to say.
Are we talking about puzzles like regular puzzles, or are we talking about like
Uh-huh.
those
Like
weird
just
wood things?
jigsaw. I've done those ones, like the odd shaped ones.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer like the classic
Jigsaws.
puzzle?
Yeah,
Okay.
Jigsaw, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, for a
I'm doing one
while.
right now.
My dad also really likes puzzles, so we had him on a subscription where once a month he'd get a new puzzle. It was so much fun.
What?
I'll send you the link if you want it.
Yes, that's
And
amazing.
they
Someone's
would
gonna have
like,
a new subscription.
yeah. At the beginning of every month, they'd send out a like, which puzzle do you want? And there was a choice of like 3 puzzles. It was fun.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love puzzling. We've been, I've been puzzling. My husband and Cole has been just sitting, and we've had a show called Expedition X on, and that's been our night routine for like the last 2 weeks. It's been awesome.
Excellent.
It's
So
fun.
yeah,
Um,
passed
I
it
also
on to
forgot I forgot to mention I'm
Sagan.
also married to my husband Alex, and we have a dog named Ash, and I love them both dearly.
You both have cool husbands. I can only attest for Ash. Ash is cool. I'm sure Coco's cool.
Coco's pretty cool. She's a clumsy, very pretty dog. I was gonna say bratty, but she's not bratty.
Mm,
She's just very clumsy, very lovey. I'm her person, and so I can't go anywhere without her. So she's the
cute.
best. Yeah.
Sagan, tell us about you now.
Okay, I'm Sagan. I don't have a husband, but I have.
But you have a cool significant other.
I do. I do have a cool partner. He's cool. I enjoy him. Um, what else, man? I'm also in school. I'm getting my master's in architecture, which little story time. Here's my good news. I've been doing a competition. It's a real estate competition. And there's 2 portions. The first portion is a 5-page proposal, and you present it in front of a jury, and then they pick 3 to go on to the like 25-page proposal, and that's like a big deal. They rent out a big fancy place for you to present in and everything. My team got picked to go into the top 3.
Woo!
Oh,
Yeah!
wait,
Go
Thank
wait.
you,
Sagan!
thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so first place gets 20 grand, second place gets 10, third place gets 5.
Damn.
Wow.
Gee,
So tell
I'm
me, how many people are on your team? Is
4.
it just you and like, okay, okay. Oh,
Yeah, I wish
all
it
right.
was
dang.
just like, me and somebody, but it was so
Yeah.
much work. There was no way we could do it with less than 4. It was intense.
How long did it take you to formulate this proposal? And can you share kind of like what the idea behind it is? Or is that like
Sure, sure. Yeah, no.
secret intel?
No, I can tell you. Let's see. We formed our team probably in December of, so maybe 3 months ago. But then we were between semesters. Like we didn't really meet each other over or winter break because it was just like, ugh, nobody wants to do that.
It's winter break.
Yeah. So we essentially had 2 months to put it together,
Okay.
which wasn't,
Wow.
it's not bad. Maybe like a month and a half to put it together. And it's like, it's kind of vague, the criteria. It was just you propose a development within a certain boundary, and then it has to be like sustainable, innovative, affordable, or whatever. You had to meet criteria, and then it was just whoever had like the best proposal. And we teamed up with so it was me and another architecture student, and then we teamed up with 2 masters of real estate kids.
Okay.
Humans, adults. And they did like all of the numbers and spreadsheets and stuff. So it was interesting. It was interesting. And my architecture friend and I, we just did it because it was like we want to learn how to work with people that are not in architecture,
Yeah.
and we learned.
Did is that what you like want to do once you're done with your program? Do you want to go into like real estate architecture or like what do
No.
you want to do with your program
I don't
or your degree?
I don't really know currently. I know I want to get licensed, which I have to do like 3,000 hours and 5 tests. But the firm I work at right now does a lot of higher education building. So far that's been really pretty rewarding.
Yeah. 5 tests.
5 tests.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's a lot.
So side note, my uncle is an architect. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. Uh, he makes a lot of money. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I tried to connect Sagan to my uncle because she wanted to become an architect, and I thought it would be cool for her to work or meet someone that like we know. And he never got back to her. So
Nope.
Tony,
Are
if
you
you're listening,
serious?
Yeah, he never responded.
What the fuck,
I
It's
Tony?
fine.
know.
It was really
Tony, Tony.
interesting. Like when I was trying to decide if I wanted to go to architecture school, I was reaching out to a ton of people, and they would either not respond to me at all, like your uncle and various other people, or they would respond to me and they'd just be like, "It's really hard. It's a lot. You really have to put a lot into it." And I was like, clearly, if I'm
Why
meeting
do
with you, I'm already putting in some effort. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, okay. But then, along that same note, I really weird coincidence. My car exploded, and I had to buy a new car. And I had to go to the bank because blah 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 blah. I had to go to the bank, and it's the same bank that my mom would go to all the time, and my mom would always talk to this lady, and the lady had a daughter that went through the architecture program, and my mom was always like, "There's this girl that blah blah blah." So when I went to the bank, I was like, "Oh, you're the one that has the daughter that went through the program," and she was like, "Yeah," and we traded numbers and everything. And I met this girl, and now we're really good friends, but I went and met her for the first time, and she was telling me about how hard it was, and it's like the hardest thing that she ever did. And I was like, well, yeah, like school's hard. of course it's hard, you know, but like you just do it and it's
Yeah.
fine. Oh my god. The first semester I was like, I did not take her seriously. This is the hardest thing I've ever done. This is insane.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
crazy. But yeah, it was weird
That's
when
gotta feel so good though. Like checking off the semesters as they
oh
go.
yeah. I'm halfway through right now. Halfway.
You
Woot.
got this.
That's
Thank you. Thank
um
you.
Steve and I both started our master's programs at the same
Mhm.
time, and because architecture is such an intense program, hers is gonna be longer than mine. So once she graduates and starts making millions, we're gonna live together and have a nice little like compound. So there's to our future, Sagan. I'm
Yeah.
I'm forecasting that.
I,
Maybe you can
I'm
come too.
I'll just
Sorry.
be on my lonesome on an island.
I'm all about a compound. I mean, come on.
I
I
mean,
only
right?
Did Natalie just glitch out?
Yeah, she's just frozen on my end at least.
Same.
Refresh, Natalie, refresh.
Are you back now?
Hello.
am I back now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, I could hear you and see you moving, but I
You
definitely
were
know.
glitched like this.
Cool.
For me, she was
Cool,
glitched
cool,
for a
cool.
minute, like.
I
Yeah, it was
mean,
normal.
not unusual faces for me to pull.
Yeah.
So
Well, anyway, that's me. I love reading books. I don't have a dog. I have two cats.
What
you're
are their
so
names?
cute.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Ollie and Ava. Ollie is a black cat. He hates me. He hates me. He'll
I
let me.
love those names.
You're
I
so
For
love
a
cute.
Ollie.
cat.
Ollie will let me pet him if Isaac is around. But if Isaac is not around,
Hmm.
he baps my hand. No, no petting me. It's really funny. And Ava is
Wait
just
for me.
like, love me all the time.
No. What color is Ava?
She's every color. She's got like
Every
on
color?
her arm she has like a big yellow or a big orange stripe and then it's like white and then brown and she's all over.
Cool.
Yeah.
Amazing.
You're both
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, they're fun. I enjoy them. That's all though. That's all I got.
Amazing.
I love it.
Yeah.
Good.
All right, what's our scale of spice?
Oh, okay. So I
Oh
want to
yeah.
like put something on our Instagram page of like this is our spice level and like make a little chart.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, so do we want to do a 1 out of 10 or a 1 out of 5?
10.
Because
Let's do
originally
10.
we did
That gives
10.
us that
Okay.
gives us some more
Yeah,
room.
let's just stick with that.
Okay, so 10 being like what did we explain it as? Like
Dragons with two dicks.
yes, yeah. And then
Wed to the lich.
one
I forgot about that.
one is closed door. Like
Fade to black.
it fades to black. Or is it just like
Black.
none?
You didn't see
I guess
anything.
there
Like
is
you know it's
like
there?
yeah, fade to black. Fade to black.
Okay. Okay.
Like you know something's happening, but it's not there's no
Not
description,
on the page.
illustration, nothing is talked about in the book. It's just your imagination of what happens.
Okay.
You have no idea what's happening till you know the number of ridges on his penis.
Oh, here's one for my Throne of Glass girlies. Uh Spice level 1 is and so Lorcan did.
Okay.
We don't know
Yeah,
what
that's
Lorcan
pretty good.
did.
We don't. And it's
Come on,
messed up.
Sarah.
Get
Sarah.
it together. Give us that bonus chapter. Give it to us.
We want
Natalie,
to know
show
what
them your
Lorcan
shirt.
did.
We want to know.
This is my for again Throne of Glass girlies. Manon, love,
Oh,
love my Manon.
13.
Love her.
So good.
Tearing up just thinking about them.
I know.
Oh my god. It's
Um,
adorable, you guys.
Love them.
big
Okay, so
SJM fan
spice
over
scale.
here.
One day I'll learn
Just a little bit.
what you guys are talking about. One day.
One day. Sagan has read the first two ACOTARs. He does not like them. I'm Miss Love Them, Farah to the end,
And
Resand Die
Natalie's in the
Hard.
middle.
Yeah, not in the middle. Sagan's like,
I yeah,
uh.
I
I'm
like other
begrudgingly reading
series.
the third book.
I am. I'm literally
Yeah.
reading it so I can go to my other book club and just rip on it the whole time.
Watch, you're gonna love it.
No,
Just
okay,
give it a
okay.
chance.
Let me take it back. I literally was reading these thinking that they were going to be good literature, and then Bailey, when you were like, "These are my silly, happy, fun time books," I was like, "Oh, oh."
Hey, if anyone in like the Sarah J. Maas cult, I will say, hears you
World.
say that they are, yeah, world, doesn't think, hears us say that it's not like good literature, they're coming for us.
I don't know if that's true. I literally get so many memes where it's like she's a terrible writer, and
Okay,
I
but
mean,
then there's
You're on
also,
that
this is
side.
also like her first couple books, so you're gonna get better.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I would be
and
a crap writer.
that's
Yeah.
exactly why I said like the cult following, because I think the
Mhm.
cult following 100% believe she's like a god when it comes to writing.
Honestly, though, like
I like her
what kind of
books a lot, though.
qualifications do I have to say anybody is good at writing or not? You know, I don't have any.
I
So
mean, you consume quite a bit of reading, so you have a
that's
pretty good
fair. But I've never written any. Well, I've written things that are not good.
Wait, have you
maybe
really?
to you though.
Not novels, just, papers at school.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, okay.
typing and I'm like, this is grade school level. I could turn this into elementary and it'd be fine. I'm not that
It's okay,
bad.
we all
Amazing.
start somewhere. We all start somewhere. Okay,
Anyway,
so let's get back to our spice
Yeah.
level.
yeah.
Sorry.
1 through 10.
One
1
fade to
is
black.
fade to black.
10 dragons with 2 dicks. How many ridges are on the dick?
How many?
On each dick.
On each.
I'm not at that spice level yet, so I don't know.
We'll introduce you slowly, Natalie. Nodding. I feel like nodding's
Oh
like,
my god.
I
I have
guess.
currently read now 2 books about that. So,
The conversation recently was Bailey and I talking about books with nodding in it and how hot it is, and Natalie going, "Did you know nodding is a real thing and that dogs do it?"
well,
And
there's
Bailey and I are
not
dying.
specifically.
And that's why we love Nat, because she gives us so much fun information.
Yeah, it was
Or fact.
awesome.
Full
It was awesome.
factoids.
Thanks for making me
Just
not
want to clarify.
enjoy my nodding novels, Natalie. Thank you.
What? No, you should still enjoy them. Although
Ooh.
I
okay,
still
in
do
this
because I
last
knew
book,
about it before. It's just
oh,
it got
good.
reminded in my brain. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't bring this
She
into
was in the
reality.
werewolf world.
Okay, well, I want to share that while I was reading this last book, Bride by Allie
Allie Hazelwood.
Hazelwood, excuse me. There was a scene, and all I could picture was a freaking pool floaty inflating on the base of a dick. So that's how
Like
my
a
brain
circle one?
decided. Yes, that is how my brain decided to picture nodding. So I'm weird, I guess, but that's literally what I pictured in my brain. That he just had like a little tiny, like inflating on the inside. That's just what I.
Do
Amazing.
you know how that's how some prosthetic dicks work? Is they put a little squeezy pump in the balls and and that's how you get a penis. That's how you get a new
No,
penis.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
That's news.
Things
I
we
actually
learn.
did
You
not know that.
know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So for the fifth tangent, back to our scale. 1 to 10. 1 to 10. Haley, what are you?
Oh, sorry. I already did it, so I figured someone was.
What did you say?
Oh, I thought we were going over it again. I was putting on a jacket and I kind of zoned out.
Oh,
You can't do
sorry.
two
Um,
Yeah,
things at
what's your
once.
spice level?
my spice level between 1 to 10, I would say what it can range. I could be a hard one, be a hard 10, but I think I probably fall in between like a 6.5, 7.
I think maybe
Okay.
like if you're at like it's your top level, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
obviously we can all read a 1. Are we going to enjoy
Yeah,
it?
true.
Sure, depending on story.
Yeah.
Natalie's like strictly 1.
That's it. Nothing
No,
else.
but I will say a lot of the books that I have reread over and over and over again and I really love and enjoy are ones on this spice scale. But
That's fair.
I think my spice scale right now is probably like 5, maybe top 6 for now. Maybe forever, I don't know. We'll see.
Amazing. That surprises me with that number.
I think we're
Well, I
dipping her in further.
I
Like the
think
number
so.
keeps getting higher.
I'm here for it.
because the last time we
Corrupt
talked
the
about this spice
brain.
scale, I had not read 2 books on nodding. So
True.
Only 2, Natalie? I need to go count how many I have right
it's
now.
only been a week and a half. So I'm reading science papers on the side. So there's a
Yeah, we should have a
yeah.
0 to 10 scale, and 0 is textbook.
Okay.
Okay.
And
I
Natalie
like
goes
that.
Most
from.
often 0. I do literally have a textbook by my bed that I read at night sometimes about the ocean.
For fun, not like for her PhD. Or not PhD, master's.
It is correct. Yeah, it is just for fun. I bought it
Which is
out of
amazing.
pure enjoyment.
That is
Also, the cover
incredible.
looked really cool.
Oh,
Anyways, Bailey, did you
coffee
say
book?
your
Yes, I
what?
did. A 6.5 or 7.
Yeah. Why can't I hear you, Natalie?
Say again. Can
There
you
we
hear me
go.
now?
Yes. Yes. I'm at a 10. Let's just be real. I'm probably
Okay.
at an 11.
Cool.
All the time.
I love it.
There's nothing else I ever read.
All the time.
I don't know how to read if it's not smut. I don't know how to read the words on the page.
You have to have
It's a
smut with plot.
condition.
I'm just
It's a
kidding.
condition.
I'm joking. I just can go up to that level and be fine.
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna. You can keep chatting real quick. I just put food in and smell that it needs to be taken out. So, not that it's burning, but it may be. So I will be right back.
Get out of here.
Get out
Anyway,
of here. I
your
go.
is your level of spice gonna keep rising, Bailey? Soon you'll
I
be at a
mean, I
10.
think it just fluctuates. Like, because I read, I don't know, probably. I'll probably never get away from a 10 in a few years. Be stuck at a 10,
Stuck at
which
a
is
10.
fine.
Honestly though, I don't know. Like okay, I pick up the Dragon with Two Dicks book because I'm like I need to know.
You have to
It's
figure out what's
it's
this about.
honestly I'm on the same level as Natalie because it's scientific inquiry.
It's
Full
right there.
Yeah,
circle.
That's it.
The 0
That is
is the
it.
10.
we have to do a
Full
lot of
circle.
research to come to scientific
To
conclusions.
come to
So,
Yeah.
scientific conclusions.
mm, but think. That's also something about me that you will find out. I put my foot in my mouth a lot of times. I say things that I do not understand that I'm saying a lot. Um, so that's my life. My husband calls me out on it all the time. And as do my
Ugh,
friends. It's great.
She's not safe anywhere.
this is not
It's okay.
anywhere.
Okay.
Amazing.
I was gonna say something, but I don't remember what. What were we just talking about before Natalie came back?
Oh, if your spice level was going to fluctuate and you'll be at a 10 in a few years.
Oh, and you just want to know where my brain went is because you said you just got to know. You got to figure out what. I'm reading a book right now on my Kindle, so it's like when I fall asleep. and I think it's called Desire. And I had never read a reverse harem. It's always been female and guys, and this one is female guys and girls.
Ooh.
And so I was like intrigued. And like the first chapter and a half, I was like, what the fuck am I reading? I was like, I don't understand. This is dumb. She's annoying. And then I'm like, I'm intrigued. I'm gonna keep going. And so I get intrigued just like you.
You got it. It's
Is
for
this
scientific inquiry.
Yeah,
is
you just gotta figure
is
it
the
out.
book that you just sent us a Marco Polo about?
No,
Okay, different one.
that
Okay.
book
What is the
is,
title
let's
again?
see, let's see. Let me
The
get it
wings
right.
that
I
ride the
know
ruin. I don't know.
The
something like
serpent.
that,
Oh,
The
literally.
serpent
the
in the
serpents and the
The
wings of
wings.
serpent
time.
of night. The serpent and the
So
wings of night.
I was
So
close.
close.
I was so close.
So close. It's by Cassandra Broadbent. It's amazing. I love it. And I'm like scared to say I love it. I feel like Sagan's gonna be like,
Oh, it's
it sucks.
no, it's already on my want to read list.
Read it. It's so good. Literally,
you should
if you
you
guys
should
need a
read
book
that before
recommendation
Avatar.
right now, read it.
Okay.
I'm about to finish Fake Mates. Um, so maybe that's what I'll read next.
Okay, with
But I told
your
you I would read the Edward book,
Oh, Midnight Sun.
Midnight Sun.
Natalie, Natalie, Natalie. I'm telling you, I have been chasing the high of reading Twilight since when I was 14, 15. I've been chasing that high of just like Midnight Sun, man.
It
and
was a
then did it.
pretty good high. I also, I mean, I remember we would go to the
Midnight
midnight
premieres.
releases, the books.
Would
That was
the
so
two of you
fun.
go
Yeah, my mom would
Yeah, I
take
think we
us.
went.
together?
Mhm. Yeah.
Did we go to the one for Eclipse where they
Did
gave us
I
a
go
ribbon?
with one with you guys? Sorry, I just had a brain blast. Would I have ever had the opportunity to go with you guys?
I don't know. I mean,
I maybe to one of them, but I think usually it was
One.
me and Sagan. Was Brittany or was it Lindsay?
Lindsay definitely. No, because I didn't meet Lindsay until we were older
That's
and
right.
they had come out already.
Okay. Anyways,
Well,
Eclipse
for sure Sagan
bracelet.
and I went.
Yeah.
And you went to the one where they gave us a ribbon that had a number on it? I
Yes, I
used
think
that
so.
as my bookmark for years.
Aw.
Until I gave you another one.
Oh yeah, I have been using that one. Yeah.
Okay, sound off in the comments. Do you use bookmarks? What do you use to bookmark your book? I use bookmark.
Are we gonna
I
kill
use
people that dog ear pages? The answer is
no.
yes.
I
I
mean,
use
judge them,
two little
maybe.
mushroom bookmarks that
You.
Bailey gave me.
Those are so
You know,
cute.
they just stick it so cute.
Um, I here's the thing. I'm gonna defend dog ears because
What?
I used to do it sometimes. Don't hate me. I used to. But now I get super annoyed and frustrated and accidentally bend pages in my book. And I have realized that it's only because of my husband that I now feel that way. Because he is very particular about how books are taken care of. And so for me to be able to read his books, I have to take care of them really, really well. That makes me sound like I just throw my books around, and guess what? I do. Uh, so,
I do.
anyways, 90% of the time I don't read his books because he doesn't want me to touch them.
Can I admit to an egregious thing that I used to do? It's
Yes, because I
horrible.
Yeah,
just
it's a
did.
safe place.
It's horrible. I used to, as a very young. We grew up with Harry Potter, so
Yes.
first book was first grade for us, right?
Yep. Hmm.
So when I was in
Guys
that
are
age range,
old.
we are old.
Yeah,
When I
we
was in
just
that
aged ourselves.
when I was in that age range, I believed that like well-worn books was a sign of them being loved and so cool and they were amazing, right? And I would read books in the bath a lot. I would straight up dip my books in the
Oh.
bath.
Oh,
Like
Sagan, what? That's
like under the
intense.
water, you would read them.
I would like, oh no, it accidentally fell. My Harry
I
Potter
was
books are just
reading.
rippled. They're horrible. And I
That's
like
Alex,
funny.
as an adult now I'm like, "Oh god. What an idiot."
That wasn't me.
I
That's funny.
that is funny. I will say I never did that, but I would dog ear the pages. I don't know. I still have a lot of my copies from high school or younger of books that I read that are still in really good condition, but dipping just got a little extra sauce
I got to
in the
say
tub.
the other unhinged thing that I used
Extra
to do
sauce.
before you gave me the bookmark, Natalie, is I would
Yeah.
just memorize what page I was on and close my book.
Nope.
How?
Nope.
How would you do that?
I have a bookmark now, so I don't do that anymore. But I
You
would just
know,
be like 66, 66, 66, put it down, and then when I came back to it I'd be like 66.
I
And it
don't
was
know how
I
you
weird.
do
can't
that
even
'cause
remember what
it
I would have
literally,
for breakfast.
yeah, it would go
Like,
in my brain and out.
Yeah, I don't know how I did it either, but
It's impressive.
a fun
Impressive.
fact on memory, you will figure out if you continue to listen to this podcast, which you should. I have a very shitty memory, so that'll be fun to bring back old memories from things and try and remember.
amazing.
Yeah, it would be great. Um, hey, do we want to share our like um anything else? I was gonna say our
Do we want
book
to share anything
boyfriends.
else or are we just done?
Anything. We just
Anything, please.
Anything. Keep
well,
it going.
here's the thing. I was gonna say, do you want to share our book boyfriends? But then I think we have
I think we did
already
that in
talked about.
episode 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Which
we
I
will
think
cover
we
that
have
in episode
repeated a lot of stuff that is in episode 2. We're
That's okay.
re-recording episode 1 because episode 1 was
It
two and
was,
a half hours long.
yeah, it was a lot. But it was
But
fun.
it was a lot of fun.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
Um,
What we did
yeah.
do in the first recording was we talked about crazy stories about each of us that like I
I was
remember
just
you
thinking
guys or you know.
maybe we can share one. Um I'm gonna share the same one of Sagan because it's
Are
one
you
of my
gonna
favorites.
Are you gonna out yourself as a terrible friend on podcast number 1?
No, I'm talking about hanging out the window.
That was the one I shared about you.
Oh, okay, maybe I should. Okay, maybe you should go first then. You can share that one. I wanted to share that one,
we'll
but you're
start
good.
we'll start with our memories of Natalie. How about that? And then we can go to memories of
Okay.
Bailey.
Okay.
Okay.
Start us off, Sagan.
All right. Setting the scene. We're 12, 12, 13, somewhere in there.
Yeah, that range.
Yeah, we were just at a softball game. There's this girl Natalie on my softball team. She seems pretty cool, you know? She's fine. And then I'm driving down the road with my mom sitting in the front seat, and suddenly the car in front of me, this girl starts climbing out the front window as the car is moving, hangs her body out, waving her arms around, and my mom's like, "Who's that?" And I was like, "I think her name's Natalie."
That's probably
I have
what
no
exactly
idea.
you look like.
It was crazy.
Except for it was probably more like this.
Yeah. But you had also like turned yourself so you were looking backwards and waving at me.
Oh wow.
It was impressive. It was impressive.
I'm a
And then
pretzel.
we've been friends ever since. I was like,
Yep.
she's my best friend now.
He's a real, he's a real one.
Yeah,
It was
best.
like best friends at, I don't know, not first sight, but pretty much.
Well, it was intentions of making you best friend at first sight, but I think it took a while because you would still sit with your old friends, and I'd come over and be like, "Remember me?"
Yeah, I was in the middle of a weird phase transition. Um, I lost a lot of friends moving out of middle or elementary school into middle school. I was like still trying to figure out who I wanted to be.
She was like, that girl Sagan is a
So,
keeper.
and
And
she
that's the
is.
way it's been ever
She's still here.
since.
Ever say it.
All right, what's your story, Bailey, about Natalie?
I don't know. Again, I have a horrible memory, like I just said. And the first one that came to mind is Natalie could probably give a better story on it,
Because she remembers it and
but
you don't.
because she remembers it, because I caused her pain. No,
What? What are you talking about?
we were with a friend and we were downstairs at our old house.
I think I remember.
I wanted to be so cool in front of Natalie and her friend because
I
I was
remember.
younger and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna jump on Natalie's stomach.
Because that's awesome. That is so cool.
I was like, I'm just gonna be so cool and annoying and jump on her stomach. And I sent her to the chiropractor. Was it the chiropractor? I in my head it was a chiropractor, or was it the hospital?
Both. So
Both.
Bailey, cute little Bailey, drags. Okay, if
Said
you
the scene
grew
for
up,
me because I don't remember.
I'll have to find that. But anyways, just imagine like a foam sleeping pad that like
It folds in
trifolds.
three. Yeah.
Yep,
And
just
then
folds
it's a
into three,
big square.
maybe like 2 inches thick,
Like four.
maybe. Well, like each pad.
Three.
It's
Oh.
only I would two, maybe three.
Hit in the middle. It's
Anyways,
three.
um, she decides, she pulls that up on me. I'm laying with my belly on the ground. She pulls that on top of me. I thought she was just like gonna lay on top of me. I didn't think it was anything. All of a sudden,
That's
there's no
it. That
weight.
bitch.
She yeeted herself across the room and just boom lands on me. I was laughing because I was embarrassed that I was crying.
And
So I was
that
like,
just triggered it. Yes, and I was like, she's having fun. Just this is the best.
but I was truly in so much pain I couldn't breathe. So because I was laughing, it was like making it worse. I cracked 2 ribs.
I
Um,
cracked
Yeah, I was
two
gonna
ribs.
say. Bailey
Bailey cracked
cracked.
2 ribs. Yeah. So, but I did end up, I went to the emergency room. Well, not right away because again, because I was laughing, my parents didn't believe me that I was actually in pain. Um, anyways, but the next day we went to the ER. They did
The
a,
next day.
X-ray. Yeah, the next day. I mean, there's nothing you can do for cracked ribs
That's fair.
or broken ribs,
That's
so
fair.
we went, they confirmed it, and then I followed up with chiropractor appointments later. Not to like, I can't actually remember why I went to the chiropractor. I don't think it had to do with the ribs. Anyways, there we
That's my
go.
story. I don't know why that one came to my brain, but there we go.
That's okay. That's okay. A-okay. Um, it's fine. It's just one of those things because
It's
I,
fine.
It's
you,
fine.
well, I'm thinking because Bailey one time was maybe 5 and we were getting out of the van and I was shutting the van door. We had an Astro van, a white Astro van that just,
The ones that
they're
slide.
heavy doors, they
Really?
slide.
They don't
Yeah.
slam, they
I don't
slide
remember that
shut.
at
This
all.
is this is before I met you, Sagan.
Okay.
I was maybe 10. Bailey's maybe Um, oh, slam the door. Next thing I know, Bailey's crying. She's like, "You slammed my thumb in the door."
It
I
was my
didn't.
whole fingers, and we were at home. We were up in
We weren't.
Heber or something, and a restaurant. And I remember walking in just sobbing in the restaurant. My
And
fingers were fine, it just hurt.
she tells people that I gave her a broken thumb, or
No, I
her
tell
thumb
you,
snap,
my fat thumbs, because I have
or because of
a
me.
toe thumb because
Just
of
one?
Natalie. Just
Yes,
one.
well, because only
Natalie.
one got slammed in the van door. It's
Yeah,
not
no,
really
I was,
true.
it's not. But follow up on that story is I remember one time, I'm pretty sure this story is connected to you slamming my fingers in the door. It's like a week later, and I was still like babying my fingers, and I was like, yeah, they hurt so bad. And I like we had one bathroom in the house, and so it was just everyone came in. I was taking a bath or something, and then Natalie came in. I was like using my fingers, like playing with something, and she's like, "I knew you were like or something." Like,
I don't
I knew
remember
they
this.
didn't hurt you.
My
So
favorite part
it's
is
funny.
Bailey, you literally sent Natalie to the hospital, and you don't remember that, but you remember Natalie slamming your fingers in the door.
I didn't get to go to the hospital. We had to go eat.
We were at Daniel's Summit. Is a restaurant, I think, is
That's
where we
right.
were.
Yeah.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah.
that's one memory, just one I have of Bailey. I will say that when Bailey entered this world, I was really excited because I dearly, dearly, dearly wanted a younger sibling. So, um, yeah, I'll say that.
No. Well, that was sweet and random.
That is cute.
Well, I didn't want my only memory of you to be like, I slammed her finger in the door.
It's the only memory.
That's the only one.
That's
I've
it.
never actually like
She has a good memory, minus me. Stories evolved around me.
I've never actually like thought about the fact that you are the second youngest.
Yeah. Growing up until Bailey came into the picture, I hated being called the baby. Hated it. Didn't want to be the baby. So she saved me, and I'm not the baby.
Save me.
Bailey loves being the
Um,
baby.
she does.
I love it.
Oh, I will also say this about Bailey. We would blame everything on her. Literally everything. What? Oh, what happened here? Bailey did it because she would get away with everything. So we would always blame her because she wouldn't get in trouble. So there's
Yeah.
that.
My siblings, if they looked at me wrong, I want to be like, "Don't you touch her! Don't
Literally,
you touch her!"
we could just say her name wrong and we would get in trouble.
I do
It's fine.
like I kind of just
There's no
knowing
resentment at all.
just
None.
None.
knowing your guys' like family dynamic, I feel like Bailey was very much like the prize jewel, and Natalie, you were ignored. And like you were just there. And,
Well,
Kylie was a troublemaker. Not
I think
necessarily
my
like this is
parents
true, but I feel like that's what I see.
I think my parents' attention was on other more troublesome siblings. Um,
And so Natalie took care of me, and she was my mom, is what we've decided.
yep, yep. So again, I didn't want to be the
But
baby. I
again,
wanted to take care of a baby.
I don't remember it. So
So
this is
bad
all
parenting.
Natalie's story.
It was so traumatizing. Natalie being your mother was so traumatizing that you dumped it all.
She forgot
I just
her
dumped it
whole
all. It's like,
childhood. I was mostly just watching Teletubbies on mom and dad's bed, so it's okay. You didn't
Teletubbies
miss out.
Teletubbies is the
wait,
bomb.
Sagan, I really do want to talk about you. I want to talk about stories. What about their
But
memories?
we're just gonna wait for a little
Keep
bit
going.
longer.
Keep going. Keep going.
So we had rats growing up, and
This is a sad story.
I had just gotten a rat. At least that's how I remember it was
Snowball.
my rat.
Snowball.
No,
Yeah.
Oreo.
No.
Oh.
Snowball.
I don't remember you guys ever having
I had
animals either.
Oreo.
Who,
I
which
had
one
Oreo. You
died?
had Oreo
And
or Snowball. Snowball.
Snowball died in Natalie's hand like the day after we got him.
Literally, I was so here's the story. Bailey, we were all getting ready in the morning to go to school. I was ready first, so I was like, I'm gonna get out the rats. I'm gonna, say hi. And Snowball crawled into my hands, and I was petting him, and he went really still. And I was like, that's weird. And I put him back in the cage, and he didn't really move or go anywhere. And I was like, Mom, I don't think Snowball's okay. And in fact, he literally had died in my hands.
Do you think he was just hibernating? Don't they do
What the
that?
hell?
No.
I
No.
think that's what I was told. No, no, they
So
die.
they just
They
died.
die pretty young. They only live, I think, like 2 to 3 years. So
Hmm.
No.
at that point, he was an adult.
Anyways,
He was
fun fact.
actually a grandpa. He was a geriatric rat. We just didn't know it. He came to
Freaking
our house for
psycho.
hospice.
Oh my god. I seriously, I like when you guys got Zoe.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like that was during the time, like you senior year, that you got Zoe.
We were in the Circle
Um,
House.
Really? I thought you were
yeah.
Yeah, when
in
we
the
got
other
Zoe.
one.
We had Zoe
We got
before we
Zoe
moved.
before Mark and Michelle got married.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had her for almost 14 years, I think.
Hmm.
Wait, okay, wait. When did they get married though?
Like
To
14 years ago,
So 2010.
maybe?
no. I was like I had braces on.
You had braces when
Um
you were.
I had braces.
You had braces when you were.
I know I had braces all through high school. I had horrible teeth.
We we all had braces on for a long ass time.
I think they got married in 2000.
9?
I don't know. Sorry, Mark. Sorry, Michelle.
That's a
I don't
day I
remember.
mourn in history.
I do remember it's April 19th though.
Oh, good of you to remember that.
Um
Mark my
yeah.
calendars to cry. Another beautiful man
Okay.
becomes not single.
So speaking of Sagan.
No, I think we should keep that story for another day.
I will, but I'm gonna share. Sagan and I were on a softball team together, and um, this is where a young romance started, and I'm
Oh
gonna
my
tease
god.
the audience with that,
A
Romance.
young romance.
or
It cannot be
maybe a
called that.
pining, maybe a pining, a one-sided pining. I
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
even say. Okay, wait. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
We'll leave it there. Anyways,
Interjection. Mark and Michelle's been married for 16 years.
here we go.
Sorry, doesn't matter, but
2008.
everyone knows.
2008. I thought it was like 2007. Okay, all right. Neat. But man, I have so many favorite memories of Sagan. We could be here all night. Um which one to share though? I will share I'll share this one. One time Sagan and I were having a sleepover, and we just like love to talk about boys and life, and so much so that we ended up falling asleep on the bed, not like lengthwise on the bed but widthwise on the bed, so we both fell asleep that way. And then Sagan reminded me recently that we woke each other up because we were both sleep talking, and we were responding to each other in our sleep. um So I think that's probably like a really fun, good memory that I'll share. There's other more recent ones, like when we were. Oh, sorry. I think my husband just got home. Um,
What's
yeah.
up, Alex?
Uh, but one other more recent one was when we were in Park City together, and I don't remember if we like stayed up late or what happened, but we both looked at each other and we like, we got up early.
Mm-hmm.
One of the mornings we were there together, we were chatting over books and tea, and we just like shared this moment and looked at each other, and we were like, we knew we had both come to a decision together about future trips, and it was great. And
Yeah.
yeah,
It was like
that's all.
picturesque too because the place we stayed at had that like amazing greenhouse type wall. It was full windows and just early morning in the mountains. And wasn't it wintertime?
Yeah, I was gonna say there's like sun or
No,
not sun. It
it was
was sun.
summertime because it was
Yeah.
so hot in there, remember?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, it
so
did get
nice
really
though. I
hot.
mean just like really quiet and
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
very peaceful morning
mm-hmm.
together.
Yeah, so now every time I see like that one friend like send this to your friend that wants to go to whatever trip with you and like sit and read books or whatever, I'm like
Natalie.
Natalie. Yeah, it was really nice. It was nice.
That sounds nice.
Someday soon we'll be out of school and we can go on trips again.
Can afford it once you're a
We'll have
millionaire.
disposable money again.
Yeah. That actually reminds me of a memory with you, Natalie. Um, I mean, it's like one of 1,000 memories, but we used to sit at the
Oh, Coco.
hi doggo.
There's Coco girl.
It's Coco. Sorry, Sagan.
No, you're fine. We used to sit on the top of the dugouts at our high school in the
Yeah.
baseball field. It's like they were like made of concrete, and we used to climb on top of them and watch the sunset. We
That
had
was
some good
wonderful.
chats up there too. That was
We did.
That's a good place for good chats.
yeah,
Yeah. It was.
Amazing.
It
it was
was.
really nice. Now it sounds like
Um,
we're good friends, and then later in podcasts, everybody's gonna learn how terrible you were to me, Natalie.
little do they
I'm
know
gonna
what's
break
coming.
everybody's hearts.
Everybody,
Rip apart this
everybody,
threesome love fest.
everybody's gonna ship
But
us, and then we're gonna break
but
their hearts.
but don't worry. We've been together. We've been together. Well, yeah, kind of. We've been we've been uh best friends, good friends for literally half of my life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, that just says something.
Yeah.
That's true. Um, I don't have much stories with Sagan because
Likewise.
we're French. Yeah, friendship just kind of just started. But one recent-ish one in October, uh, we went into a class to make rings and jewelry and that kind of thing. And that's where solidified for me. I was like, this girl's cool because I got to talk to her about all my spicy smut. And Katie, why I'm picturing her name, who writes Neon Gods?
Oh, Katie Robert.
Robert. We bonded over that. I guess not bonded, but talked about that.
Yeah. Yep.
And so fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Neon Gods like holds a special place in my soul. It's one of those that's like, you know, it's just smut with some plot.
Some
But
plot. Just a little.
I was so stressed a couple years ago, and I had gone on this trip, and when I came home I was like, I need a trip from my trip. So my favorite band, The Main, it was
The main.
their first concert from since COVID, and they were doing it in their home state of Phoenix. So I was like, I'm going, and I'm going by myself, and I reserved like a nice hotel, and it was like a pool, and there, oh my god, it was wonderful. And I just went by myself, flew down
I
there,
love
rented a
that.
car, yeah, did all this stuff, and I was finding all these bookstores, like used bookstores, new bookstores, or whatever. And I was in this one that was right next to my hotel, And I was like trying to find a book that I could read and just go sit by the pool and relax. And I saw Neon Gods, and there was somebody had like one of the book, the people that work there, they had, you know how Barnes and Noble does that. It wasn't
Hmm.
Barnes and Noble though, but they, anyway, it
Like
was
a
like,
little synopsis.
yeah, it was like, highly recommend this. Hades and Persephone, so good. And I was like, oh, I love Hades and Persephone. So I grabbed it, bought it, was reading it, didn't realize what it was. And I'm like, halfway through it, like, what? What? What's happening? And then I was so dumb. I finally actually like looked at the cover, and it's like unmistakably hot and like sizzling and all this stuff, and I was like, okay. And honestly, I think
Like
that
that
was
checks
like,
out.
yeah, and I had been reading so much fan fiction that I like this was kind of my intro back into books. So I think that's really what started off the, you know, dragons with two dicks. That's how I got here.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Um,
Love it.
and I will say, I was at the time, I was looking for book recommendations. I think shortly thereafter, Sagan, myself, and another friend, Lindsay, and Tori started like a little book club. Sagan brought up Neon Gods, and I was like, oh, I'll read it. I think you actually gave me the book, didn't you? Or did I get it? I can't remember.
I don't
I
Maybe
thought
remember.
you
you just
listened to it.
recommended it. No, I didn't listen to it.
Uh,
She just told me she loved it. Like loved it, thought it was so good. I needed to read it. I had no idea
You're
what Neon
welcome.
got. So
when
similar
she told
experience.
me that she was reading it, I was like, "You're
Yeah.
reading this?"
I know she was
Yeah.
like, "Wait, you're reading Neon Gods?" I was
Yeah.
like, "Yes.
And like
Yes."
honestly, I don't know if I would say that it's like amazing, but it like holds
Yeah.
such a nice place in my soul of like a good memory.
Your neon god is my avatar.
Fair.
There we
Fair.
go.
I have not read Neon Gods more than once though. I'll tell you that much.
Well,
But I have continued on
that's understandable.
the whole series. I have the whole
Oh,
series. I haven't read the last two,
amazing.
but
I've only read the first one, or the Neon God.
yeah.
I didn't even know there was more.
Oh, there's a ton. There's a ton.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of them are the tiny books that I'm gonna be
Ooh, I'm
folding.
excited to hear about them.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah. Sorry, I don't
You
have
all
many
learn
stories
it.
about you, Bailey. I
That's
could give
okay.
the same one
Same
of
back at you.
doing jewelry.
It's okay. That's my story.
Although,
I remembered it.
I, I could say that I sat outside your classroom, and that sounds really creepy.
It does sound a little creepy, but it's not to me because I know this. I know the story.
Yeah, just because I worked at your
All that
elementary school.
matters.
That's all. The
Yeah.
end. Hey, I know you.
The end.
And if you're all wondering, I am the mutual connection.
Yeah.
I
Natalie
uh
was nice enough and introduced. Not introduced, but
well, as I mentioned, Sagan's been in my life for literally the past how many years?
Do math
15?
really quick.
I can't.
I
Too
have no
tired.
idea. Too
Something
many.
15ish, 12 to 15ish years.
Yeah.
So they've like circled around each other this whole time. They've been
in the
within
same
each other.
atmosphere.
I'm gonna say
Yep.
20.
20 years?
I'm gonna say 20. Because if we're
Well,
32 and we met when we were like 12, that's 20 years.
yeah.
Damn, dude.
It's
Damn.
literally a third, two-thirds of my life.
Wow. That's,
Cool.
I feel old. You got any gray hairs, Natalie?
I do. You want to see? Oh, where is it?
I
Right there.
Oh, I
And
can
then
I
see.
do.
also my, oh, here. Can you
That's
see all those?
that's what happens to those beautiful dark-haired folks out there. They get gray hairs faster than us blondies.
I have all the
Really?
like shiny ones. Or yeah,
What?
it's bad.
Um,
I mean, not bad,
My
but I
grandpa,
mean,
also,
he like I have the same hair as my grandpa, and he didn't get gray until he was like 70.
Really?
Yeah, and my
That's impressive.
mom right now, she's 62 and she's barely any.
That's
My
nice.
dad's fully gray though, so.
I want to be a silver queen or like a white
Oh,
snowball head of hair.
you're gonna
You're
be a
gonna
That's
be
my
silver
dream.
Manon.
fox, man.
I do want to be Manon. I want, yeah, I want that.
I want that. I want that for you.
I've actually always wanted my hair. When my silver gray hair whatever started coming in, I was a little disappointed because I was like I wanted it white. No pigment so I could have a white head of hair because there was this lady that I knew who she just has this magnificent just super stark white hair. I thought it was so cool. And the other reason is because I thought it would be easier to dye fun, crazy colors because I love doing that.
I was gonna
But
say, why don't you
I
just dye
learned
your
that
hair
it's
white?
not. Because it will fry my hair.
I would.
My hair
Yeah.
does not like bleach. It doesn't take
Hmm.
well. It takes a long, long time. But that's besides the point. Yeah,
You know,
Anyways,
I've never dyed my hair.
no?
virgin hair. I started dyeing my hair when I was like 12.
I know.
In fact, I
Same.
got in trouble at my elementary school. They told me that I needed to dye my hair back or I couldn't come back to school.
Wow.
Same.
Yeah. Anyways, this was a fun, revealing episode about the three
Yeah.
of us. Um,
We'll reveal more next time.
Yeah.
always, always revealing more. Yeah, we'll take it off. Um, maybe
That
not
took me
literally.
too long to catch on to that.
We'll peel back the layers of the onion.
Okay.
Each page, we'll turn each page. So join us next time. We are going to be making our first couple books for our bookshelves. Um, and doing our first couple review. I will say we are new at this, so have some leniency as we move forward, but we hope you keep listening and enjoy our chats and the time with us because we are enjoying it together. Anything?
Also, that was beautiful. Also, check us out on Instagram and YouTube if you want to watch at Inkstein Podcast.
Peace.
Catch us on the socials.
See you later.
Okay,
See you
bye.
next week or next month.